all the poverty. Then we're putting all of our apples in one basket, thinking that he's going to get us all together. If we are not together as a people, never will someone get us together. The prophets came to teach us how to get ourselves together. There's no compulsion in religion. Truth stands out clear from falsehood. They had to live among the people and demonstrate that they were on something else. They were drawn from something else. He kept telling them, you're not from this place. You're not from here. And that's why you cannot stay in a place that you're not from. We're just travelers here, coming through here to see and understand ourselves and know the power of Allah Almighty in ourselves. Because Adam and Eve, they failed because they did not know themselves. And that's why now the requirement is everybody got to know themselves. It will never be given, a given. So we all come here to work our way back. If we don't get the proper tools to do what we need to do, then we're not going to do a good job. So our intelligence should tell us, let's find the best way to do what we need to do, get the greatest help, so we can be the best at what we do. And so Allah Almighty sent the prophets to teach the people. Then He sent the inheritors of the prophets to teach the people. And they always come among us at a time when we're at the lowest ebb. And to show Allah Almighty's power through them, they're able to raise us up if we're ready to get up. But they will never force us to stand up, or to be up, or to go up. They will never force us. They will just be examples of what it is to be obedient servants to Allah Almighty, and leave the rest to us. It'll be our loss, not theirs. And so we're asking Allah Almighty to forgive us and to help us and to be with those whom Allah Almighty always loves and is always raising, who is always going through the evolutionary process of getting closer and closer and closer to their Lord. Every second, here and after. Woman Allah Tawfiq al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala khairil mursalin Muhammadin nabiyyi wa ahlihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And this is why, as a person thinketh, they become that. Whatever comes to us, and it goes to our mind, and we accept it, because Shaitan also sends us thoughts. See, the thoughts that we get, every thought that we get can take us either that way or that way. But we choose what we want to think about. We choose the directions in which we want to go to. We choose the reality of our lives. And that's fair. That's justice. That's what justice is. We don't like the way where we are. We don't like who we're with. We can always change that. We're always just a thought away of going down or up. It's in our thinking. And that's why we have to keep our hearts clean, so that we can have good thoughts. Get the thoughts from our hearts that are clean. When our hearts are diseased, the thoughts that we get from our hearts is going to be corrupted. And that's why we end up in situations where we are locked down, taken totally out. We're in poverty. We ill. It doesn't have to be. Allah's not that way. And he's saying, I'm sending you to represent me. I want you to be with me. That's the oneness of Allah Almighty. So Shaitan can possess us, and he's a creation of Allah Almighty. What about Allah Almighty? And that's why Rasulullah was saying that when through voluntary acts of worship and love and obedience to Allah Almighty, Allah become the eyes of what you see, the ears upon what you hear, the tongue upon what you speak, the hands upon what you strike, the feet upon what you walk. Allah possesses you. That's the oneness. Now, mankind becomes his Lord representative. Right now, we're representing Shaitan. And we think we're going to solve it at the ballot box. It's not going to be solved at the ballot box. Because the leaders themselves also are possessed by Shaitan. They are in need of divine help. They have to ask their Lord sincerely, oh my Lord, if there's anything that you can do for me, if there's any help like Musa was saying, or any good you have for me, or if there's anyone that can help me, please help me. Boom. It happens. Just a twinkle of an eye. All Allah has to do is say, be and it is. Then the whole world now starts to get their sustenance. Shaitan is taken out the picture. Shaitan is only in the picture because we keep putting Shaitan in, we keep drawing him. We keep inviting him in our hearts. That's the only reason he's still in the picture. He has no power over us. We give him Allah Almighty's treasures. We give him Allah Almighty's loyalty and commitment. What does he do? He doesn't even say thank you. He just leaves us in the lurch. Say, I just called you. I had no power over you. You was crazy. You lost your mind. You don't know what happened to Adam and Eve? Well, I am that one. Suckers. Again. And we're asking Allah not to continue to be suckers for Shaitan.
Takbir! Takbir! Takbir!
It's disgracing us and tearing up our family, the human family. Allah says, I created you differently, not that you should despise and be fighting each other, but you should know each other. You should see me in everybody. If we don't know Allah by now, we're not going to ever know Allah. We here, Allah Almighty has sent us through the evolutionary process physically as a sperm drop, and we forget about that, even though we know babies are still born. We forget that we came through that same scenario. You think we was always grown? That's how we lost that Shaitan. Everybody tricked y'all. Oh, you always been grown. You always been you always been the man. You always been the woman. And we buy into that. What's wrong with us? We lost our minds. We're asking Allah to please bring us back. Please bring us back to our Lord. Here and have the woman Allah Tawfiq al-Fatiha. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Malik yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين